Around 250 Catholic journalists have gathered in Lourdes. It is part of the feast of St. Francis de Sales, and while in France, they are discussing the threats to faith-based journalists from all over the globe. EWTN Vatican Bureau Chief Andreas Thonhauser has more.
There are many journalists who face imprisonment or even legal cases. Even our own newsroom has its own cases.
Speaking the truth in the face of danger and oppression, Catholic journalists from across the globe have gathered at the shrine of Our Lady in Lourdes at the foot of the French Pyrenees Mountains to discuss the role of Christian journalism in times of upheaval. Co-organized by the Vatican's Communications Department, the 27th edition of the St. Francis de Sales Congress focuses on Catholic journalism and the mission to speak the truth, even when people don't want to see or listen.
It is important to have exchanges of ideas and to create a network that is very, very important for us, for the Dicastery for Communication, to promote, not to be the leader, but to promote space and opportunities to create a network between journalists of different output, different media outlets, so radio, newspapers, televisions like the EWTN.
The conference kicked off with an emphasis on journalism in war-torn places across the globe. Journalists face hostility and oppression, especially when they report on terror and crimes. In Nigeria, violent attacks at the hands of terrorist groups such as Boko Haram or the Fulani herdsmen can pose many risks.
And because Catholics and Christians are targeted, invariably the journalists are also part of those who are targeted. 2 years ago, a Catholic priest, a friend I know, Father Chitunum, was one of the people who were massacred in his rectory by these herdsmen. So it's affecting the media. So a lot of the media now they can't go out to do their job for fear of kidnapping, for fear of massacre.
Also in the Philippines, Christians have come under attack. One recent tragedy, the bombing of a Catholic mass in December last year, has sparked particular concern. Also, the digital space is becoming increasingly hostile.
We continue to be under attack because social media is a place where many trolls abound, and sometimes when we report on something that is not favorable to government, we receive online attacks.
The three-day conference here in Lourdes started yesterday on the feast day of St. Francis de Sales, who of course is also the patron saint of journalists. Pope Francis said yesterday that it's very important to keep being journalists and seeking to report the truth. In his message for the World Day of Social Communication, he commented on the ongoing wars in Europe and the Holy Land. He encouraged media to continue to report from these regions because only direct and personal contact will enable us to grasp the absurdity of war. In Lourdes, Andreas Thonhauser, EWTN News Nightly.